Jake Lucas is back at DH after pitching game 1. Camden Kunke is at third base. Joe Fisher is back in right field. Brett Summer still a shortstop hitting 5th. Turner Kunke is the catcher hitting 6th. Cameron Cronus is in center field hitting 7th. Rashad Kastner, the first baseman, is hitting 8th. And then rounding out Chase Schultz, game 1 starter, it will be in left field. Defensively for Sheboygan, it'll be Nick Tenney in left, Braden Horn in right, or in center, and then in right field, Jason Sims. Then around the horn in the infield, Hudson Wagner will be at third base. At shortstop, Ryan Lesnick. Jacob Neese is at second base, and then Harry Stell at first. And then behind the plate, Cal Casper will be catching for Keegan Wheeler. Ethan Peters ready to get this game started off. Offense wasn't the problem in game 1 for Greenville. They did score 3 runs and had 9 hits off of a really great pitcher from the A's, and Eric Schmitz, who had just given up 12 hits on the year coming in. So kind of a shocking appearance, as Wheeler's first pitch is a hit by pitch. Peters will be on base. Wheeler did have walk problems in his time in high school with the 17 walks in 40 innings. So maybe his control might be a little bit an issue in his debut. That one's in there though, back on the right track. Outside corner to the 2-hole hitter, Jake Lucas. Lucas kind of weathered the storm in game 1 after Chase Schultz only was able to retire 2 batters and gave up 9 runs along the way. Lucas came in and pitched 4 innings, or 3 innings, 3 1/3, and gave up just 6 runs. Another hit batter, and Lucas will be on. Back-to-back hit batters to the first 2 Wheeler faces. That'll bring up Camden Kunke, the third baseman. Kunke was 2 for 3 in game 1 with a double and a single. Wheeler would love to get a ground ball here and get back on track with a double play. Get some confidence. First pitch is in there for strike 1. A's offense exploded in game 1, grabbing the 15 runs and just 11 hits in the first inning. Really put Greenville to bed early on. Shows bunt and gets down a beauty. Wheeler throws the first in time, but the bunt advances Lucas and Peters to second and third with just the 1 out. Bring up Joe Fisher. Fisher was 0 for 3 in game 1, one of the very few 0-fers for either side in game 1. 24 total hits between the 2 teams. Fisher swings and misses at the first pitch. It'll be 0-1. Although Schmitz wasn't as dominant as he normally is in game 1, he still got the job done and got a convincing W. Next pitch is swung and missed again, all fouled back. Wheeler seemed to kind of settle in a little bit after the first 2 batters, throwing more strikes. Looks in for the 0-2 pitch to Joe Fisher. Line down the left field line, and that one is a fair ball. And Fisher will have a 2 RBI single, and Greenville jumps out to an early lead again. Great piece of hitting on an 0-2 count by Joe Fisher. Pulls it down the line, just on that line, to bring in 2 runs for Greenville. Real question will be, can the A's answer in the way they did in game 1? That pitch is high. Cal Casper doing the catching today for the A's. It's Connor Lash in game 1. That one fouled deep out of play. Be 1-1 now on the 5-hole hitter, Brett Summer. Summer had a great game 1. He had 2 hits and played a really solid shortstop despite couple errors, both on tough plays. Ground ball to third. Over to second. Neese, tough play. And Neese is able to get just a one. Tough throw over there at third base. But Neese was able to handle and get his foot on the bag to at least get the one out. Turner Kunke will be the next batter up for the Greenville lineup. First pitch to him is in there for a strike. Wheeler looks in for the 0-1 outside. 1-1. Wagner had to make a decision quickly on that slow roller to him. Was able to get the one out, which is most important. Would have liked to have the double play. 2-1 now to the 6-hole hitter, Turner Kunke, who's behind the plate again for the Greenville Stars. That one thrown over to first, not in time. Pitch is a slow roller, and Neese just passes outstretched glove. And advancing the third on the play will be Brett Summer. Great base running to read it off the bat, running on contact with 2 outs. And they're on the corners for Cameron Cronus, the center fielder. It's not how you hit him, it's where you hit him. And that's benefit of that one from Turner Kunke. Not much Neese could do with where he was positioned, but he gave a good effort at it. First pitch is high for ball 1. Cronus played a good center field in game 1, and he went 1 for 3 at the plate with a single. Wheeler looks in, swing and a miss from Cronus, and it'll be 1-1 now. 2 runs on 2 hits to start this top of the first inning as Greenville grabs another early lead. Sheboygan scored 12 unanswered on them before they finally were able to respond in game 1 after they scored the first run of the game in the first inning. That one is fouled back. On the move on that play was Kunke. Try to get 2 runners in scoring position, but left to retreat to first base on the foul ball. Wheeler looking to get out of a jam here, already 2 runs in. Both those runs that scored were from the hit by pitches. The 1-2 pitch just outside and missed. It'll go even at 2-2 to Cameron Cronus. The A's, after that win today, earlier in game 1, moved to 12-6 and 4-0 in the New Bowl. As that one's lined over the head of Harry Stell at first base. Another run will score, and they'll trade places. It'll be corners again for the Greenville Stars. Cameron Cronus, 3-0. Offense has been the name of the game between these first 2. 3 hits again in the first inning for this Greenville team. Greenville, after that loss in game 1, fall to 0-4 in the New Bowl. Looking to get their first one here in game 2 of this doubleheader. Oh and 1 now to the 8-hole hitter Rashad Kastner, the first baseman today. Kastner takes on that inside corner, 0-2. Wheeler's had a few 2-strike counts. He hasn't really been able to put anyone away yet. He had Fisher 0-2, and Fisher lined one down that left field line. The 0-2 pitch is hit in the air to deep left field. Looking at it. Oh, Joe goes over the wall and left, and they're going to have to check on him. Nick Tenney was running hard to that left field fence, and he went over the fence into the bullpen. And both outfielders are going to check on him. Tenney's standing up. and hops back over the fence. Scary play there, running full speed and went right over the shorter fence down the left field line. Looks to be okay. At least that's what he's showing. And it looks like he's going to stay in the game. Would have been a sensational play had he come up with it, but count is still 0-2. Kastner got a hold of that one, the left, but pulled it just foul. Great effort out there by Tenney to even make that play close. Wheeler's back, locked in for the 0-2 pitch. There's 2 outs, and it's 3-0 Greenville. Pitches outside, and Casper will just let Cronus steal second base, and that'll put runners at second and third for Greenville. They've been threatening all inning, and they still got 2 runners on. Kastner was 2 for 2 in game 1, and he struck out here swinging. And Wheeler was able to get out of it, but gave up 3 runs along the way. A's looking to respond again in the bottom of the first inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Back for the bottom of the first inning here at Wildwood Park. Greenville got 3 runs. A's looking to respond here. The order today for Sheboygan's looking similar to game 1, but few changes along the infield. Braden Horn again leading off. Nick Tenney is the left fielder. Harry Stelt will be hitting third, playing first. Connor Lash is the DH. He'll be hitting cleanup. Jacob Neese, the second baseman, is hitting fifth. Hitting sixth, Jason Sims. Hudson Wagner is hitting seventh, and he's at third base. Cal Casper's hitting eighth behind the plate, and rounding out is Ryan Lesnick, the shortstop. Defensively for the Greenville Stars, in left field is Chase Schultz. In center field, Cameron Cronus, and then in right field, Joe Fisher. Then around the horn from third to first, Camden Kunke will be at third base. The shortstop is Brett Summer. Ethan Peters is at second, and Rashad Kastner is at first. Behind the plate is Turner Kunke for Trent Fate, who was the left fielder in game 1. Basically the same lineup for Greenville Stars beside Fate and Chase Schultz switching spots. Horn ready to lead it off. He had a really good game 1. He went 1 for 3 with a walk. Move that average up to 320 with 2 homers, 2 RBIs, and 7 walks on the young season for the UW Milwaukee product, Braden Horn. Horn hits one foul right side. It'll be 0-1. It's kind of a matter of how many could the A's get in game 1. But after Chase Schultz came out and Jake Lucas came in, wasn't as much offense. A's still were able to get 6 runs off of Jake Lucas, but not anywhere near the same type of offense they were getting off of Schultz in just the 2/3 of the inning he pitched. Horn has the 0-2 count from Fate, and Horn lines it in the right center field. That one's going to get down, and extra bases for Braden Horn. Horn rounding second, he's on his way to third, and he'll be in there standing. A stand-up triple for Braden Horn to lead off the inning for the A's. And the offense continues for this A's offense to start game 2. Nick Tenney will be up now for Sheboygan. Tenney made that great effort and left in the first inning. Wasn't able to come up with it, but he took a beating for sure. First pitch is in there on the outside corner. Will be 0-1. Tenney is in 225 to start off the season. 4 RBIs and 7 walks. Pitch is high. He did not play in game 1. Horn moved over to center field to let Tenney play left. Next pitch is outside, 2-1. A's looking to continue that offensive firepower that they showed in the past couple of games. That leadoff triple. Tenney looking to bring him in here. 2-1 count. That one fouled left side, now to play. Harry Stell on deck. He had that huge double to put the A's over that 10-run threshold to end the game in 5 innings. Pitch is in there, called strike 3 on Nick Tenney. Voigt gets his first strikeout of the game on just the second batter. Now bring up Harry Stelt. Harry went 3 for 4 with a double in game 1. That double is a huge one, like I mentioned. Bases clearing to give the A's a 12-run lead in the 5th inning. That one just missed outside. Umpire says high. Harry, after that game 1 performance, rose his batting average by 41 points, and it was already sitting at 300, so he's up to 341 now. That one outside again, 2-0. Harry looking to drive in another run after he had 5 RBIs in game 1 to bring his total up to 14. The first Sheboygan A to reach double-digit RBIs as he swings and misses here, 2-1. There's one down. It's 2-1 on the 3-0 hitter, Harry Stelt. The A's have a runner on third. It's Braden Horn. And they're looking to come back from a 3-0 deficit in this first inning. Harry fouls it straight back, 2-2 now. So middle of the order did a lot of damage. Harry Stelt and Connor Lash and Neese in game 1. Next pitch to Harry is line down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit and extra bases for Harry Stelt again. He'll be in easily at second base, and he drives in Braden Horn. 3-1 now, Greenville. That'll bring up Connor Lash, another guy who was just taken off. Hitting .384, not to mention he's leading the team in homers with 3. And he went 2 for 3 last game, hit his first double on the season. One of the hottest hitters, and he's found his way in the lineup a lot more often recently. The pitch to Lash is outside and 1-0. He's had a lot of men in scoring position in this 2-game doubleheader so far. Still find themselves trailing early on in the bottom of the first inning as Greenville got to the debut of Keegan Wheeler. As that one gets past the catcher Kunke, and Harry will have third easily. A's have another man on third with less than 2 outs. Prime opportunity to get one more back in this inning, if not more. Infield remains back for Greenville. Lash swings and misses, 2-1. Two-one pitch from Fett is low. 3-1 to Connor Lash. He's 2 extra base hits in the first 3 batters. Looks in. The pitch is a little liner right to the shortstop, Summer, and he catches it easily. And Harry will remain at third base with 2 down, and that'll bring up Jacob Neese. Neese hitting 220 early on in the season. He's got 2 bombs. One of them came against Appleton earlier this week. That one line, but right at the second base with Peters to end the inning. The A's get 1 on the RBI double from Harry Stelp, but that's all they're going to get. Still trail 3-1 through 1 inning.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. You serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back for the top of the second inning here at Wildwood Park. Keegan Wheeler looking to get right in the second inning. Hit the first 2 batters of the first, and those were 2 of the 3 runs that scored for Greenville. And Greenville sent 8 men to the plate in the first inning and got 3 hits on the way there. It'd be 9-1-2 for the Stars. Chase Schultz, Ethan Peters, and Jake Lucas will be the ones due up for Greenville. First pitch from Wheeler's in there, strike 1. A's got 2 hits of their own, but left Harry still stranded at third base. That one's low. 1-1 now. The way this offense has hit lately, you expect the hits to just keep going up and up. A's now have 27 runs in their last 3 games. 9 runs per game. And this Greenville team, as we mentioned earlier, has given up nearly 12 runs per game. It's probably over that after the output they had earlier per game in the Newell. That one swung on and missed, and strikeout number 2 for Keegan Wheeler. Down right up the top of the order, and Ethan Peters, who was one of those hit by pitch victims in the first. Wheeler has gotten stronger ever since those first few batters. He's had a lot more control, as that one's fouled off the leg of Peters. Be 0-1. After that win earlier today, the A's moved to 6-0 all-time versus the Greenville Stars. And one of the new teams to this Newell, they joined last year. Went 5-17 in the league overall, and lost to the A's all 4 times. Fouled back, 1-2 now on the leadoff hitter Ethan Peters. He robbed Jacob Neese of a base hit last inning, a line out right at him. The 1-2 pitch from Wheeler swung on and missed again, and that the last 3 have struck out, courtesy of Keegan Wheeler. all of them swinging. Wheeler was striking out just over 9 batters per inning in his high school career, or 9 batters per 9 innings. That first pitch is taken high for ball 1. Lucas was the one who got the party started in game 1. He got their first hit of the game and scored their first run. It's 2-0 to him now. Takes that one on the outside corner for the strike 1, 2-1. Next pitch from Wheeler is outside again, trying to work that outside corner. 3-1. On deck is Camden Kunke. That one in there. Last 4 have been aiming for that outside corner. 50% success rate. Full count pitch now to Jake Lucas. Is down the third base line, and it's fair. And Harry can't make the pick at first. Lucas on his way to second, and he's going to be in there standing up. Tough play for Harry, but an even tougher one for Hudson Wagner, as it looked like it was destined to be foul, but stayed fair. Camden Kunke had the sacrifice bunt in the first inning, a real beautiful one down the third base line. It takes the first one up and in, 1-0. That one in there, strike 1. 1-1 now on Kunke. Scores 3-1, 1-1 count to the batter Camden Kunke, and there are 2 outs. Kunke dribbler right through the outstretched glove of Lesnick, and on his way home as Lucas throws a little up the line, and it'll be not in time. Casper just goes to block it, and Lucas scores easily, and it's 4-1 Greenville. Tough debut for Keegan Wheeler. It's not like he's hitting a lot of barrels. It's been a lot of short dribblers that have just gotten past the A's infielders. 4 hits for Greenville in the early outing as Fisher hits one in the air. That's deep to right center field, and Braden Horn comes up with it to end the inning, but Greenville gets another one and puts their lead back at 3 after 1.5.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef. It's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the queen? Hello. Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back for the bottom of the second inning. Floyd back out there for his second inning of work. Faced 5 A's hitters and gave up 2 hits and 1 run. in the first. And he'll face 6, 7, 8 in the A's order: Sims, Wagner, and Casper. All three of them did not play in game one. Or at least having that bat. Sims did come into right field, but never got a plate appearance. Sims from Albuquerque, New Mexico, and attends Marion University just like his teammate Gus Walker. Sims takes the first pitch high. It'll be 1-0. If you ask Sims, he'd probably say he'd wish he'd be hitting a little bit better. And this is the type of game that, you get right, a lot of hits all around. Gus Walker had 2 hits in game one, 2 for 2. Maybe following his teammates' footsteps. Sims takes outside 2-0. Does have 3 RBIs on the year. The 3-0 pitch from Foyt. In there, strike 1. Looks like Sims was taken all the way on that 3-0 pitch. Doesn't want to pop one up on the infield. The 3-1 pitch is fouled on a... It hit him. Sims saying hits him, and the home plate umpire agrees, and he'll be on his way to first base. Foyt doesn't look like he agrees, but doesn't matter. Hudson Wagner, the third baseman, is up in 7th in this A's order today. He's from Appleton, Wisconsin, and Greenville, not too far away from that area. Takes his first pitch outside. Goes to UW River Falls. Foyt steps off, trying to keep Sims honest over there at first base. Doesn't want the A's getting one in scoring position. Pitch to Wagner is fouled back. 1-1 to him now. The first 5 in this A's lineup all started game 1. The next 4 all were not part of game 1, hitting-wise. Mentioned Sims came into right field. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Hudson Wagner. On deck, the catcher Cal Casper. Lash is still in the lineup, but he's the DH today. Casper is the one behind the plate. Another throw over from Foyt, and the third one. And the third time, Sims is safe at first. A's bottom of the order is looking to get going. A couple of slow starts to the season that they know they're better than. The 1-2 pitch up the middle. Summer fields, bobbles, and everyone's going to be safe. Summer just couldn't get a hold of the ball. And that's another E6, his third error of the day between the 2 games. Two runners on for the A's without the benefit of a hit, but they'll take it. That'll bring up Cal Casper, the catcher. A's looking to make a dent in that Greenville 4-1 lead. Seeing the Stars team can hit in bunches. 0-1 pitch from Foyt to Casper. He's taken outside. 1-1 now. Still nobody out in this bottom of the second inning. Wagner on first and Sims on second base. Batter Cal Casper swings and misses. 1-2. Greenville pitching staff looking to do a little bit better than last time. And overall in the Newble looking to do better. The 1-2 to Casper is swung on and missed, and a strikeout for Foyt for the first out. Now I'll bring up the 9-hole hitter, Ryan Lesnick. Lesnick was known early on in the season for his walking ability. He's still got 6. Hasn't had as much playing time ever since Braden Horn and John Hadley arrived. But he's in the lineup today. Takes the first one in there for strike 1. Lesnick from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, and attends Triton College. Two on, one down. Foyt looks in and misses just inside. Evens the count at 1-1. Top of the order, and Braden Horn is on deck. That's where Lesnick's looking to get it to. The 1-1 is low again, 2-1. After that strikeout, Kunke had a little chat with Foyt before he faced off against Ryan Lesnick. 2-1 pitch. That one's in there, strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. A's have still had a lot of runners on early on, but just the 2 hits. Greenville has 4 hits and 4 runs. Two pitch is fouled off. Lesnick, late swing there to stay alive. Lesnick's got great speed. Does have 3 stolen bases, so if he can get on base, he can be an asset for the A's. 2-2 count from Foyt. Yeah, called strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for the Greenville pitcher. That brings up the top of the order, and Braden Horn, who had a triple in the right center field gap his last time up. Does that again, he'll bring in 2 runs. Huge gap in right center field again. Center fielder Cronus is playing him straight up almost. Pitch gets past Kunke, and it'll be second and third with 2 men out. Two and 0 to Braden Horn. Horn fouls it off left side. What's the count to 2-1? Horn from UW Milwaukee, along with his teammate John Hadley, who was not in the lineup for either of the 2 games today. And that one hits Horn, and it'll be the bases loaded for Nick Tenney with 2 men down. 2 hit batters in the inning for Foyt. And a meeting at the mound for the Greenville Stars. Tenney, Stout, and Lash if it gets that far. Still 2 men out. A's do not have a hit in this inning. It's 2 hit batters and an error on what would have been more than likely a double play ball had Summer made that play. Tenney struck out looking his last time up, looking to make it different this time, and fouls it off the mask. We 0-1. Stelt's on deck, just waiting for an opportunity to hit with multiple runners on. Tenney takes one just outside, evens the count up at 1-1. Foyt struggled a little bit with runners on. That one's inside. He's given up 5 base runners already. 4 of them his fault. 1 the fault of Summer at short. It'll be 2-1 with the bases loaded and 2 outs for Nick Tenney. He takes it high, and there's nowhere to put Tenney on a 3-1 count. You definitely don't want to face Harry Stelt with the bases loaded. 3-1 now to Nick Tenney. And he lines it. Summer takes it on a hop and gets it in time to retire Horn. Great play by Ethan Summer. And the A's do not get a run despite having the bases loaded, and the score remains 4-1 through 2 innings.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
We're back for the top of the 3rd inning, and Keegan Wheeler's still out there on the mound for Sheboygan. He'll face the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Greenville Stars. Brett Summer, Turner Kunke, and Cameron Cronus. All 3 of those reached. Summer was on a fielder's choice, and then Kunke and Cronus both reached on singles in the 1st inning. We are looking to change that in the top of the 3rd. Greenville still up 4-1. Hayes got one back in the 1st inning, but Greenville responded, scoring another one top of the 2nd to keep their lead at 3. Brett Summer made the nice play to end the 2nd inning. Took on a bounce, was able to get Horn at second base on a quick flip to Peters. He takes the first pitch outside, 1-0. Takes that one for a strike, 1-1. That one grounded, and what a nice play by Lesnick at short, and picked and late. Great play all around from Lesnick, and a great play by Stelt to pick it cleanly, but Summer was able to reach safely with an infield hit. Turner Kunke, the next one up for Greenville. He takes strike 1 on the inside corner. We haven't seen Lesnick have to work too much early on, but he made a nice play that time as Kunke hits it in the air to right center field, and Sims isn't able to get it on the diving attempt to throw in the 2nd. But Kunke will stay at 1st, and on that play, Summer advances to 3rd, And they're on the corners again with no one out for Greenville. Great attempt by Jason Sims out there. Made a nice diving catch in game 1. Couldn't quite get it this time around. Cameron Cronus, the center fielder, singled his last time up, and he's up again with 2 runners on and nobody out for Greenville. Hits one in the air, a little blooper, and it's going to get down, and a run's going to score easily. And station to station otherwise. First and second now for Greenville with a run in already, and still no one retired. 3 hits in a row from the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. And Tim Moyer calling for a meeting at the mound with Keegan Wheeler. Not how he envisioned his debut with the A's going. I think Moyer out there just to kind of settle him down a little bit. Greenville now leads 5-1. Trying to get off the schneid and the Newble after starting 0-4. The A's, on the other hand, are tied for first at 4-0. Looking to hold that lead after game 2. And also Greenville trying to break that all-time record of 6-0 against the A's. Temperature hasn't changed much outside, and the crowd's thinned out a little bit since game 1, but still a great day for baseball if you're sitting in the shade. First pitch is inside on Kastner. Kastner struck out his first time in the first inning. Takes the next pitch just outside, and it's 2-0. Kastner was part of the 3 consecutive strikeouts thrown by Wheeler from the end of the first to early in the second. As he takes that one in the dirt, and it's 3-0 now on the 8-hole hitter Rashad Kastner. Kastner was 2 for 2, like I mentioned earlier in game 1, so Wheeler retired him for the first time today in the first inning. Check swing and call strike anyway. 3-1. Wheeler is ready for the 3-1 pitch. Called strike 2. And he's back of the count and gets it to full. The 3-2 pitch is just outside, and bases are now loaded after the walk of Kastner. The wind has really picked up here at Wildwood Park. Trees are blowing. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Chase Schultz, game 1 starting pitcher. Wheeler's first pitch is outside and nowhere to put Schultz. And still nobody out. Infield stays back for Sheboygan, playing for the double play. That one's a low again, 2-0. Next one from Wheeler is popped in the air on the infield. Lesnick calls everyone off and makes the underhand catch for out number 1. Now a double play gets Wheeler out of this inning after giving up 3 consecutive hits and a walk to start it. If he only gives up 1, it'd be kind of a blessing for the A's. Peters is 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch on the first pitch of the game as he takes strike 1. The 0-1 to Ethan Peters is line foul. 0-2. Harry's playing pretty close to the line, so anything he'll probably have a good shot at. 0-2 pitch is in the right field, and just out of the glove of Jason Sims, and everyone's going to be safe at station to station for Greenville. 6-1 Stars. Another great attempt from Sims, but he just wasn't able to come up with it. 4th hit of the inning for Greenville. Tough inning for the A's. Lucas hits one in the air to left center field. That one's carrying, and it's going to be down against the wall. Oren picks it up, but one run's going to score, and rounding third, and not in time. Cronus will score, and it's 8-1 on the RBI double from Jake Lucas. And Greenville giving the A's a taste of their own medicine from game 1. So they go out to a 7-run lead. Looked like for a second that Kastner and Peters were going to be in trouble, as they were both running at the same time, but Kastner went home. Rounded third, was going all the way, and made it in time as the throw was little up the third base line. Like a new pitcher for the A's. What Sand? Nolan Sand, a new pitcher for Sheboygan. Wheeler's debut didn't go quite as he would have hoped. 8 runs given up, and I think only 7 of them are, no, all 8 of them are earned. He did have the 3 strikeouts, 2 hit batters, and the 1 walk in his 2 1/3 innings. 7 of those runs are earned on the E5 from Jake Lucas. Sandgen is warm, pitches in, and no easy appearance for him to come in with runners on second and third and less than 2 outs. Even if there were 2 outs, it'd still be difficult. But he's got his work cut out for him. Facing the middle of this order, and the next 2 batters both have a hit already today. It's up to 9 hits total. Greenville matching their game 1 total, and they're not even through 3 innings yet. 8-1. This Greenville offense we knew wasn't the problem with their struggles, but the A's offense needs to get going if they want any hope coming back into this one. Greenville did almost beat the only other undefeated team in the New Bowl, Green Bay. 10-9 they fell in walk-off fashion. But a lot tougher to come back for the A's down 7 runs than down 1 like they were in game 1. Sand finishing up his warm-up pitches. Camden Krunke will be ready to continue this top the 3rd inning. He'll come to the plate with 1 out and runners on second and third. Lucas at second and Peters, the 1 at third base. "35 hits between the 2 games. Is that one just past left field line, foul. 0-1 now on the 3-hole hitter, Camden Krunke. Third baseman in game 1 and remains there in game 2. The 0-1 pitch. Hit in the air on the infield, and Lesnick will have it again. He's got both putouts so far in the inning. Both pop-ups to him. And the 9th batter of the inning, Joe Fisher. Sand retires his first batter, and no runners advance. 2 down, and Fisher takes the first one outside. 4-1. Sand looks in for the 1-0 and just barely missed him. Fisher just got out of the way of that one. It's 2-0 now to him. Would have been the 5th hit batter of the game between the two sides. Next pitch is hit in the air. Foul territory, and it will get out of play. 2-1 now. Greenville with 4 runs already in the inning as they extend their lead to 7 over Sheboygan. Nolan Sand looking to get out of it. Next pitch is high and outside. It'll be 3-1. Summer waiting on deck. He led off this inning with a single, that infield single, after Lesnick couldn't quite get the throw in time. As Fisher takes low and he works a walk, and the bases are loaded for Brett Summer.
Shortstop number 18, Brett Summer.
Summer the shortstop for Greenville. He takes low. 1-0. Bases loaded for Greenville. 4 runs in as Summer fouls it back. 1-1. It's a 1-1 count with 2 outs to the 5-hole hitter Brett Summer, who's got 3 hits today, all of them singles between the 2 games. The 1-0 pitch takes low. Good breaking ball, but Summer wasn't having it. 2-0. 2-1. Next pitch is in there. Strike 2 on that inside corner. Summer doesn't agree with it. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 3rd inning. Nolan Sand looking to work out of a jam. Drew is thrusted into a 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. And takes outside and runs it full on Brett Summer. Summer, the 10th batter of the inning for the Stars. Sand looking to work out of a jam. Pops it up on the infield for the 3rd time in the inning. This time it's Hudson Wagner to retire the side, but the Greenville Stars extend their lead to 7 with 4 runs in the top of the 3rd. The A's looking to respond in the bottom of the 3rd.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Back for the bottom of the third, and the A's find themselves in a jam. 8 runs in the first 3 innings for Greenville. And the A's only have been able to muster 1 through the first 2 on just the 2 hits from Harry Stout and Braden Horn. And Harry Stout will lead it off in this 3rd inning. Be Stout, Lash, and Jacob Neese, 3, 4, and 5. Voigt's giving up a lot of runners on base. Left the bases loaded in the 2nd. Looking to bounce back in this inning. Harry Stout up that average even more after his first at-bat to over 350. And leading the team in RBIs. Now with 15 after his RBI double brought in Braden Horn. Voigt finishing up the warm-up pitches, and he'll be ready to face Harry Stout to begin this bottom of the 3rd inning.
For the A's, the first baseman, number 19, Harry Stout.
Greenville looking to take advantage of the 10-run rule this time. Harry looking to stay otherwise. Gus Walker, the first base coach. First pitch inside. Stout's up on the count, 1-0. 2 hit batters from Voigt in the last inning, and an error were how all 3 batters that were left on reached. Count is 1-1 on Harry Stout. Takes high, 2-1. Here, like mentioned, is 3 for 4 in the last game and 4 for 5 overall. This doubleheader takes it inside. Harry 4 for 5 with 4 doubles. All of his hits so far today have been doubles. Takes that one inside, and he draws a walk. A's get their leadoff batter on for the 3rd consecutive inning. I'll bring up Connor Lash. Lined out to short his last time up. Discussion at the plate between Lash and the home plate umpire. Field umpire comes and joins him, and Tim Moyer now on his way in. It's a hot day outside. Could be part of the problem. Standing out here for 3 hours. You do exhaustion. A's bringing out water and cooling towels. And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back with the bottom of the 3rd inning once things get back in order.
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. Thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'ma take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver. Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 2, the Joker.
Then her dad walked in. Dude, we're done eating. Use a napkin. Serious? Yeah. Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious.
Why so serious?
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me smells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Welcome back to Wildwood Park. Really don't know what the situation is with the home plate umpire. It's a hot day outside and looked like he was getting water and cooling towels. So we hope he's going to be all right. But it looks like the base umpire was getting the gear on to go behind the plate. So when we know more, we'll get you back here at Wildwood for when the game resumes. But until then, go back to a quick break.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations, willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
The estimated hold time is now less than 96 minutes. We thank you for your patience.
Sorry, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay, please hold.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support programs like Boys and Girls Clubs and Girls Who Code that show kids they can dream anything and do even more.
Well, I'ma take you home. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio.
Back for the bottom of the third. The base umpire's put on all the gear and he's ready to call balls and strikes behind the plate. Looks like we're going to run with just one umpire. Foyt's getting warmed up again after sitting down for about 15 minutes in between the umpire switches. Connor Lash will be the one leading it off, with Harry Stout will still be at first base after the walk. And nobody's out once Foyt is all set and ready to go. It's not cool outside. It is very warm. A little bit unusual happenings here at Wildwood, but the game will continue. A's still trail Greenville 8-1, which is the one situation they don't want to pick up again. But they do have a runner on with no one out for one of their hottest hitters at the plate, who lined out to short his last time up. And it looks like we're almost all set and ready to get back in action. Foyt's first pitch back is a strike, and it is 0-1 on Connor Lash, the DH, in today's ball game, hitting cleanup. It can be tough for a pitcher who's sit down for 15 minutes to come back out, especially in this heat. Foyt spent a lot of time sitting down and waiting around in between innings and after this delay. Next pitch is high, 1-2. Lash, Neeson, Sims are the three due up. Lash fouls it, left side. It'll remain at 1-2. Lash was 2 for 3 in game 1 and got his first double of his A's career. But still hitting .380 on this young season with 3 home runs. Takes that one gets past Kunke, and Harry jogging, but that backstop nearly gave Kunke a free out at second base, but Harry was able to make it just in time. And the A's have a runner in scoring position with no one out. Two and two now on Connor Lash. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 for Foyt. I'll bring up Jacob Neese. A's know they can't get back in just one swing. They got to chip away one by one. And Harry still has a big run out there to start that off. Neese takes one on the outside corner for strike 1. The bottom of the third here. Runner on second, that's Harry Stout. And one down for Jacob Neese as the count is even now at 1-1. Neese came into the game hitting .220 and leading the team in walks. He was tied for the team lead in RBIs, but Harry has since passed him and then some after his game 1 performance. As Neese pops one up down the left field line, and tough play, it's gonna be down for a base hit. 3 guys in the area, none of them could come up with it. The left fielder Schultz probably had the best opportunity. Best opportunity to do that, and Calvin Kiesler will be a pinch hitter for Jason Sims. Big opportunity here for the A's with 2 runners on and just the 1 out. A's first hit since Harry Stout's double in the first inning. Kiesler more than likely will remain in right field after pitching for Sims here. He had a home run in game 1 and also had a double. He takes that first pitch outside for ball one. 1-0, 1 out, 2 runners on for the A's. They're down 8-1. Calvin Kiesler looking to change that. Bring them a little bit closer as he starts this count up 2-0. On deck is Hudson Wagner. He reached on an E6 from Brett Summer in the second inning. Kiesler takes low, and it's 3-0 now. But the A's are already threatening. Voigt doesn't want to give him the bases loaded. 2-1, not 3-0. The pitch, Kiesler nearly hit him on that one, up and in, but it's 3-1 now. Kiesler did play right field for most of game one, but Sims came in and made a nice diving catch as he takes that one on the outside corner, and the count is run full. 3-2 with 1 out. 3-2-1. The pitch, Kiesler pops up foul and out of play. A's looking to put a dent in this Greenville lead. Kiesler hits one to right center field. Back goes the right fielder. And he can't make the catch. Harry's on his way home. The throw in is late and offline. Harry will score easily, and the A's get one back. It's 8-2 on the RBI double from Calvin Kiesler. Looked like the right fielder, Joe Fisher, had a pretty good read on it, but couldn't make the over-the-shoulder catch on the run. Hudson Wagner up now. And he's got 2 runners on, both in scoring position to greet him. Wagner hits one on the ground. The second, Peters bobbles, and Wagner is in there. And both runs are going to score. Wagner will trot back to first base, and the A's have cut this lead to 4. Looked like a routine play for Peters at second, and he kind of bobbled it, and then throw to first wasn't any better. Kastner wasn't able to come up with it. And 2 reached on errors for Hudson Wagner today, but the A's will take it 10 out of 10 times. Runner on first for Cal Casper, and the A's are chipping away. Cal Casper struck out swinging his first time up. He takes a strike right on that high outside corner. Throw back at Wagner, not in time. Casper from Green Bay, Wisconsin. Fouls it off the netting. 0-2 now to Cal Casper. He's doing the catching today for Wheeler and now Nolan Sand. Still just the 1 out here in the bottom of the third. The A's have 3 runs in. And strike 3 called on Cal Casper, and there are 2 down now for the 9-hole hitter, Ryan Lesnick. These 3 runs on this inning with 2 hits so far, and also 2 strikeouts. But they have cut this lead from 7-4. Another check over at the first baseman, Hudson Wagner. Throw got away a little bit, but nowhere near far enough for Wagner to think about taking second base. Foy has been very concerned with runners on base so far. A lot of pickoff attempts. Lesnick ready for the first pitch, tries to bunt, but misses it. Would have really caught Greenville off guard. And with his speed, who knows, he could have got an infield hit maybe. But instead, it's 0-1. Lesnick swings and misses. Both these Greenville pitchers throughout game 1 and game 2 have filled up the zone. Not a whole ton of walks from either of them. That's led to the A's, normally are a walk-heavy team, to see a lot more hits as Lesnick swings and misses. And that will end the inning, but the A's put 3 across and cut the lead from 7-4 and look to continue that as we move on in the game.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you don't just feed yourself or your family. You help support programs like Simply Give that feed our neighbors in need.
Thank you.
I grew up working in my family's supper clubs. This is where it started with us as far as the fish that we serve at Culver's today. We source the finest cod and batter each fillet by hand and always cook it to order. That beautiful golden brown color and flaky on the inside. The fish fry is a Midwest tradition. It's about families coming together. I love bringing this tradition to guests everywhere. Mom and Dad would be proud. Welcome to Delicious.
Wingism number 1, the Flavor Saver.
Back for the top of the 4th inning at Wildwood Park. Nolan Sand back out there for Sheboygan, and he'll face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Greenville Stars. Turner Kunke will be the one to greet him, and then it'll be Cameron Cronus and Rashad Kastner. As Krunke hits one deep to right center field, and that one's down and hits the wall, and Krunke's going to be in at second base with a double. Starts off the inning with a bang, and another runner in scoring position for Greenville. After their 4 in the 3rd inning, the A's responded with 3, but already more threatening for the Stars lineup. Hit number 3 of the day for Krunke. He had 1 game 1, so he's got 4 of them between the 2 games. That'll bring up Cameron Cronus. Cronus, the ground ball. Nice play by Wagner over there at third. Throws across and a tough play. And short hops Harry and unable to pick it. And they'll be at the corners with nobody out. Really nice play by Wagner, just couldn't complete the play. Second error for Wagner at third. First pitch is outside on Kastner. The 1-0 pitch to Kastner. Nearly hit him, up and in. 2-0 now on him. 10 hits today for Greenville, and they had 9 in game 1. Find themselves up by 4 in the 4th. That one up and in again. 3-0 now. Sand in danger of loading the bases with no one out. To the 8-hole hitter, Rashad Kastner. Kastner takes a strike right down the middle. 3-1 now. Pickoff attempt at first, but back in there is Cameron Cronus. Sand ready for the 3-1 pitch to Rashad Kastner, and his swing and a miss from Kastner, a heavy hack at that time. And the count runs full. A's looking to try to get off another jam. It's been almost every single inning. Multiple runners have been on base. Another pickoff attempt. That one close, but he's in there. Every single inning has had multiple runners. 2 of the first 3 have had more than 2. Next pitch is inside, and that's ball 4, and the bases are loaded. For the 9-hole hitter, Chase Schultz, the only player on the team who does not have a hit. A's have 2 walks today. Both of them, or 3 walks today, 2 of the 3 are to Kastner, as that first pitch is in there for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch from Sand to Schultz is high, 1-1. Big strikeout situation for Nolan Sand. Set up the double play as that one's up there again, and there's nowhere to put Chase Schultz if he were to work a walk. 2-1 to him. Pitch is high and gets by Casper, but no advance. 3-1 now, and Sam's got to make a couple good pitches in a row if he wants to keep the score where it is. (3-1) on Chase Schultz. There's still nobody out, and the bases are loaded. Swing and a foul from Schultz, and the count is full again. Dangerous territory for Nolan Sand, especially with this top of the lineup coming up. Peters and Lucas, who each have a hit. Another one fouled back by Schultz. Count is still full on the left fielder Schultz, and he takes ball 4. Greenville gets another one, and they have still scored in every inning. 9-4. No shortage of runs today between the 2 teams. A's won 15-3 in game 1. Greenville trying to flip the script in game 2. Get their first win all time against this A's team, and their first Newble win of the season. Stepping in is Ethan Peters as he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout, and he also got hit by a pitch on the very first pitch of the game. 0-1. Breaking ball misses high. 1-1 now on the Stars second baseman. That one missed low. 2-1. Sands having trouble finding the strike zone past couple of batters. He's walked the last two. 2-1. Popped up. Harry giving a chase, and he's got it for the first out. A huge out for Nolan Sand. No one advances, and the bases remain loaded for Jake Lucas, who's done his fair share of damage to this A's team today. Great play by Harry Stelt. Keeps the score where it is. That one hit Lucas, and another run is going to score. Make it 10 for Greenville. And Tim Moyer is out there to talk with his pitcher, Nolan Sand. The third hit batter by an A's pitcher today, and the second time Lucas has been hit. In the first inning, Greenville sent 8 men to the plate. The second inning, they sent 5. In the third, they sent 10. And so far, they've sent 6, going on 7 with Camden Kunke. Looks like Jimmy Jurgensen is going to take over the pitching duties for the A's. Jimmy's pitched a little bit in his A's career. Not too often, though. But in a game like this, don't want to waste too many arms. Even though the way the offense has been, still confident the A's could come back in this game. But it's no easy feat. A's have a full week as they play Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Not to mention they also play Thursday and then 4 games against Lombard to round out the week. So don't want to waste too many arms. Jimmy Jurgensen pitched 1/3 of an inning last year and wasn't the best third of an inning he's ever pitched. Gave up 4 runs. Career ERA of 4.84 as a member of the A's in 35 1/3 innings. 32 strikeouts to 22 walks. And 1-3 overall record. Camden Kunke, the 3-0 hitter, and he's playing third base, is up for the 4th time in the game. He's 1 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. First pitch is just outside. It's 1-0. Next one, even further outside, and goes to 2-0. Next pitch from Jurgensen is hit in the air, deep to left field, and all he could do is watch. It's a grand slam for Camden Kunke, and the Greenville extends their lead to 10 on a bomb from Camden Kunke. And now you're talking about in game 1, the A's were up by 10. Now Greenville is up by 10, and the run rule is in order. Complete flip of the script from game 1. Close the book on Sand after the grand slam. All 3 of the runners on base will go to him. That one hits the batter Joe Fisher, and another runner on as the fourth batter that's been hit by A's pitching so far today. Brett Summer will be up next. And that one is launched to left field, and that one is going to get out of here as well. Brett Summer hits one out of here, and two of the last three batters have hit one out. Tough start for Jurgensen. Homer hit by pitch, and then homer. And now the lead is up to 12. 16-4 Greenville, and it's getting out of hand. The second consecutive inning where Greenville has sent their entire lineup to the plate. Turner Kunke has already got 3 hits in this one. Kunke takes strike 1. Now, for the A's, just get out of this inning. 1-1 now. Kunke, the 10th man to hit in this inning. He led off the inning with a double. Three and 1 now. Mentioned A's play a lot of games coming up, so Jurgensen in there just to fill in for some of the A's arms. 3-1. Hit foul by Kunke. We knew the Greenville offense was not their main issue. It had been their pitching staff, but 16 should be more than enough. As Kunke hits one deep to right center field. Kiesler's got a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Just when you thought the A's had some momentum going for them, they got 3 runs back in that third. They give up 8 in the top of the fourth. That's so far. Fourth still going on. Cameron Cronus will be the batter. He's 2 for 3, but he's been on all 3 times. Reached on an error his last time up. First pitch is fouled. 0-1. Yeah. Yes, Bill, they all have. That one is low. Pitch is outside, and it's 2-1 now. To Cameron Cronus. Cronus takes another one outside. Jimmy's working fast. Gave him credit. Getting back quickly. Trying to throw a hitter's rhythm off. And he walks Cronus. And I'll bring up Rashad Kastner. Kastner's 0 for 1 with 2 walks. After that Chase Schultz walk somewhere in this inning, every single batter for the Stars has reached base safely. That one gets past Casper, and Cronus will be at second base easily. A's looking to stop the 10-run rule as Greenville's extended their lead to 12. This top of the 4th inning. Doubled their run total coming in. As Kastner, a huge swing and a miss. That'll be 1-1. The pitch. Hit in the air, right side and foul. And out of play. 1-2 now. Kastner is the 12th man to hit in the inning. We were saying that a lot about the A's last time, where they sent 14 men to the inning, to the plate in an inning. The 1-2 pitch from Jimmy Jurgensen. Oh, breaking ball got him swinging. And Jurgensen gets out of the inning finally. Before that, though, Greenville puts up 8 runs and extends their lead to 12, 16-4 Stars.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you help support organizations like Hope House Mission and New Hope Shelter that give people around here warmth, shelter, and care.
Me spells the great taste of Sheboygan.
What does it take to stay in business for 75 years? It's not only featuring USDA choice beef, it's not caring about every single one of our 30 varieties of bratwurst. Nope. After being family owned for 3 generations, we've learned it's about you. At Miesfeld's Market, we give back to the community and our customers always come first. Since 1941, we've been feeding our neighbors, so come by and see what we've got today.
Wingism number 3, the Peter Heater.
Oh, so hot.
Oh, so hot!
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor. Wingism number 4, tea time.
What are you, having tea with the Queen?
Hello.
Nice.
Legend Larry's, the definition of flavor.
Back for the bottom of the 4th inning, and the A's beat Greenville by 12 in Game 1 and are now losing by 12 in Game 2. So the overall run differential right now is 0. But we still got at least an inning and some change left. As Foyt walks out to the mound, and he'll be prepared to face the top of this A's order, Braden Horn, Nick Tenney, and then Harry Stelt. Talking about in the last inning how the A's kind of got some momentum back, cut the lead to 4, and intentions of coming back and winning this game. And then they ran into some serious trouble in that top of the 4th inning. And the lead is ballooned to 12 on 12 hits for Greenville. And they've now hit 21 hits between the 2 games. The A's have just 4 hits, but they still have 19 hits on the day. They are being out-hit in the doubleheader by Greenville now. Braden Horn led off the bottom of the 1st with a triple, and he came around and scored on the Harry Stelt double. But it has not been much sunshine since then. Horn has had a good series, though. He went 2 for 3 with the walk in Game 1. He's now 1 for 1 in Game 2 with the hit by pitch as he lines it over the head of Peters and for a base hit. Horn's got himself another one. He's really been seeing the ball well recently. Now bring up Nick Tenney. A's can put a dent in this lead, maybe get it back down to 8. Maybe there's a little glimmer of hope. Checks on Horn, and he's back in there safely. A wild doubleheader. 38 runs scored between the two teams as Tenney launches one to left field. This one's back to the track, and a home run for Nick Tenney. And the A's have cut the lead back to 10 on the homer for Nick Tenney, number 1 in his A's career. 16-6 now. Second homer of the day for the A's between the two games. Him and Kiesler both hit their first A's home run. And the A's make a little bit of noise. Cut it to 10. Make that 40 runs in these two games between the teams. And I'll bring up Harry Steltz after the mound visit. Like Foyt remains out there. Right in the part of the order that you want for the A's, Harry Steltz and Connor Lash, two hottest hitters on the team. First pitch to Harry. And there's strike one. Harry 4 for 5 in this doubleheader, and all 4 hits doubles. He has the team lead now by plenty in that category. And that one's in there for a strike. Harry now leads in RBIs and tied in walks and leads in doubles. Harry, a little blooper in a right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. First 3 reach for the A's in this bottom of the 4th, and bring up Connor Lash. And another mean at the mound, and you'd have to think Foyt's day is done after that hit from Harry Steltz. Looks like Joe Fisher will be the one. Jake Lucas will go to center field, and Foyt's the A's have cut into this lead, and they've got another runner on base in Harry Steltz. Looks like Camden Kunke will be the pitcher. Joe Fisher will make his way into the infield. Connor Lash will be the first one to greet him. And it'll be Neese and Calvin Kiesler. It's been a really weird game. For the A's, they dominated Greenville in Game 1. And Game 2 has been a much different story. It still feels like with the way offenses have been going in this game that they're still in it, even though they find themselves down by 10 runs. Jake Lucas moves to right. Joe Fisher goes to third. Kastner is behind the plate. Brings up Connor Lash. Team leader in home runs again. Power one up here. He could bring this game back within double digits. First pitch is taken for ball one. Lash 0 for 2 today. The line out and a strikeout. Pitch taken, ball 2. Tough situation, up by 10 runs. Just throw strikes if you're the Stars pitcher, Conkey. Pitch is low and outside. And it's 3-0 now to Lash. Offense is the name of the game today. 40 runs in total. That one's a called strike on the inside part of the plate. 3-1. Still nobody out in this 4th inning for the A's. 2 already home on the home run from Nick Tenney. Lash takes ball 4 and 2 men on, no one out for Jacob Neese. And the A's have an 8-run inning of their own in them. Jacob Neese up now, he's 1 for 2. The single. Swung on and missed. A heavy hack by Jacob Neese. Conkey lined that one up. Calvin Kiesler's on deck. Remember, he pinch hit for Jason Sims in the 3rd. The 0-1 pitch to Neese is called strike. 0-2 now. Still no one out and 2 men on. Stealth at second and Lash at first for the 5-0 hitter, Jacob Neese. Pitch called strike 3. Conkey gets him on 3 pitches. Had trouble finding the strike zone with Lash, but found it with ease with Neese. Calvin Kiesler up now, same situation, 2 men on for him. Big RBI opportunity if the A's want any chance of coming back in this one. They need to get it started now. Low to Kiesler, and it's 1-0. Top of the order has been where all the success has been. 7, 8, 9 are 0 for 6 with 4 strikeouts. Kiesler takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, and Conkey's been working that spot early. One and one with 1 out. The A's trail 16-6. Calvin Kiesler's at the plate facing Camden Conkey. As it was low, 2-1. The pitch on that outside part of the plate again. 2-2 now. Conkey working the edges of the strike zone. The 2-2 pitch coming to Calvin Kiesler. That one way outside. Full count now. Kiesler's been good in this doubleheader so far. He was 2 for 3 with a homer and a double in game 1, and he's got a double already in game 2. pitch outside, and the bases are loaded for Hudson Wagner. Second walk of the inning for pitcher Kunke. Hudson Wagner, he's been on both times, both on errors. 2 errors that Greenville has on the day. As he grounds that one through a base hit. Hudson Wagner is going to bring in 1 run as Slash holds up at third, and station to station, Hudson Wagner cuts the lead to 9.
Catcher number 11, Cal Casper.
Cal Casper up, bases loaded, 1 out. Huge situation for the A's. They already have 3 home. Swing and a miss by Casper. No team is ever out of it the way offense has been going today. Kunke looks in. He's set for the 0-1. Fouled backhand. In a hole now, 0-2 to Cal Casper. Casper struck out both times. Looking to change that this time around against a new arm. Casper called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Casper set down. It's like Lesnick is going to be pinch hit for. Out comes, I think that's Alex Ames. Will hit in the 9 hole.
Now batting number 6, Alex Ames.
Ames did play in game 1. Fouls first pitch back. He went 0 for 3, but did reach on an error. A's already have 3 home in the inning. They've cut the lead under 10, so they are no longer in play for the 10-run rule. As that one hits Ames, and another run will score, 16-8. And the A's officially bring 9 to the plate. Number 10 coming up in Braden Horn.
Center fielder number 38,
Braden Horn up again. He's already got 2 hits on the day. Horn did have a home run against Appleton. If he could do it again, this lead would be cut to 4. He grounds it up the middle. Summer fields it, throws to second to end the inning. The A's do cut the lead to 8 for the second time in a row. 16-8 Greenville when we enter the 5th.
Whenever you shop Meijer, you shop for more than yourself. You help support sustainability in all our communities.
Thank you.
Today, tomorrow, and for years to come.
back for the top of the 5th inning. It looks like Gus Walker, the one on the mound for the A's. Again, they play so many games coming up this week. Don't want to waste a bullpen arm if you don't need to. Even though they got some momentum back with the 4-run 4th, still not anywhere close within striking distance. Gus Walker, the 4th pitcher of the game for Sheboygan. First 3 have not found much success. He got a line back to him in a rehab start. He had a liner hit him in a rehab start. He had a liner hit him in the comeback, hit him in a rehab start, so then he got it.
It was supposed to be his final
Yeah.
rehab, so for joining the Brewers, he gets hit right here.
Greenville, number 9 hitter Chase Schultz will be the first to greet Gus Walker. And a strike in there. 0-1. For next pitch is high. Greenville has sent their entire lineup to the plate the past 2 innings. 2-1, and Walker is working very quickly. Not much time to think if you're Schultz, and he hit him in the head. Another hit by batter by the Sheboygan pitching staff. And another base runner for Greenville. They need 2 runs now to put that threshold back in play. Not many times do you score 8 runs and you find yourself down by 8, but that's Sheboygan's found themselves in today. And another hit by batter. Add to the list. Ethan Peters finds himself on. That's the 2nd time he's been hit today. And another man who's been hit twice today comes up, Jake Lucas. One and 0. 2 runners on 2 hit by pitches, and that's not the first time we've seen that today. First inning, Wheeler did that. Both those runners scored, and everyone who's been hit by a pitch has scored today. And that's not few. Another one on the outside corner, 1-2. Walker, that one's a little too far outside, and evens the count at 2-2. The 10-run rule run finds himself at first base. That's Ethan Peters. That would mean the A's would have to go scoreless at the bottom of the 5th, which is very unlikely the way offense has gone so far today. The count is now full to Jake Lucas. So if Greenville wants to put away the A's, they'll probably have to get way more than just 2. Lucas called strike 3 right on the top of the zone. Walker gets Lucas looking. Camden Kunke's already at bat number 5, and we're in the 5th inning. He is 2 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt. 1-0 to him now. Peters, Lucas, oh, that one lined in the right field for a base hit for Kunke. 1 run will score, and Kunke's going to end up at second base. Oh, no, he's going to hold it first. Way to get in by Calvin Kiesler, and they're on the corners with 1 out. And it is now 17-8 in the 5th inning. and they got him in a rundown. And the throw home is past the catcher Casper. And it's just been that kind of day for the A's. And no one's coming home, but Kunke's going to stay. And they got him at third. What a wild sequence of events. The base is clear. They get a run, and the A's getting out. 18-8. 2-5, yeah. 13625 is the call officially. Two down now. Make that 44 runs in the series or doubleheader, whatever you prefer. But I guess the benefit is the A's getting out, as that one driven to left field and down off the wall. Tenney couldn't get to it, and Fisher will be in with a stand-up double and just add it to the hit numbers for Greenville today. And that adds to the hit by batter after that single, or the score on the wild pickoff move from Peters. That means every player who's been hit by a pitch has scored for Greenville. 6 of them have scored via the hit by pitch. It's 1-0 now. And ball, foul territory. Walker catches it, runs into Harry in the meantime, but he retires the side. But Greenville gets the lead back up to 10. If they could get 3 outs without getting up a run, this game will end.
Let me tell you a story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract, brewed for those who found opportunity in challenge and hope in tomorrow, raised by generations willing to sip, share, risk, remember. This is a story bigger than beer. This is the story of the American spirit.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Back for the bottom of the 5th, and it's 18-8 Stars. And they're looking to close out this game. If they don't allow a run, the game will end with the 10-run rule. And how often do you see a 10-run rule in both games of doubleheader where each team won a game? But that's very possible if the A's do not get one here. But they're setting up the middle of their order again. 2, 3, 4, Tenney, Stelt, and Lash. Tenney hit that home run his last time up. His first one as a A. A's have 9 hits, but Greenville has 14. been a very wild doubleheader in almost every single facet. From runs scored to hits to weird plays to errors. But we're still here for the bottom of the fifth. Tenney again ready to lead it off. At bat number 4. A lot of A's have upped their average today. If there's one thing to take away. Stats looking a lot better. Tenney takes the first pitch high. Tenney takes one on the outside corner. It'll go even at 1-1. Tenney pops one up to Caster, does that play. One and two now on Nick Tenney. Conkey looks in and a weird swing and a miss from Tenney. That high fastball looks good for so long, but Tenney gave in that time.
First baseman number 19,
Harry Stelt, 2 for 2 with a walk, and finally got hit. That wasn't a double today, but he is still 5 for 6 in this doubleheader. Breaks the first pitch low. Harry lines another one into the outfield. 6 hits on the day for him and 7 at bats. Three for 3 in this game after a 3 for 4 appearance in game 1. A's looking to stay alive. Connor Lash. Make that happen. Greenville has scored in every single inning so far. 4-1, 4-8-2 for the first 5 innings. And maybe the only 5 innings. 1-0 to Lash. Takes it on the outside corner, 1-1. Lash walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2. A lineout and a strikeout. Lash swings and misses 1-2. Neese stands on deck. He has a hit today. Greenville still looking for that first win in the New Bowl this year. And against the A's as Lash grounds one through the infield and another hit for the A's. Make it 11. Hurry up, Jacob Neese. Back-to-back hits for the A's, and Jacob Neese is up. Struck out on 3 pitches last time up. And the Stars manager hold a meeting at the mound. Cooling towel in hand, maybe trying to cool down Conkey a little bit. We mentioned it's 89 degrees right now. And these players have been out here for the better part 5 hours. He's looking to extend this game, not to get run ruled in 5. There's 1 down and there are 2 runners on base for Sheboygan. Stelt at second and Lash at first. And First pitch is low to Neese. Neese, like I mentioned, has a hit today. He's 1 for 3. He had that line out right at Ethan Peters as Neese hits one into right field, but playable and caught. But Harry will tag up and move to third. And that game-extending run is at third base with 2 men out for Calvin Kiesler, who was 1 for 1 with a walk.
Right fielder number 9, Calvin Kiesler.
Conkey looking to end this wild game, and Kiesler looking to keep it going. The A's still trail by 10 runs, just enough for the run rule. It's a big at bat here. Kiesler takes strike 1. Kiesler came in for Jason Sims and remained in right field. And defensive indifference will allow Connor Lash to take second base. He's looking to score double-digit runs in both these games. The offense has sure come alive. 15 hits in game 1, 11 in game 2. But it's still well below the average Greenville it's given up coming into the day in league play. Nearly 12 runs. The A's only have 8 so far. 1-2. Big pitch from Conkey here. And a ground ball to Kastner at first. Flips over and in time, and that's going to end the game. The A's fall short in game 2 and get run ruled after winning game 1. Just a crazy offensive output from both teams. 44 runs between the two teams, between the games. And it was not a great day for pitching, especially the debut for Keegan Wheeler. And then the A's kind of just went Nolan Sand and then 2 position players, so not much pitching was really expected after the first 2 pitchers. The offense came alive, though, scored another 8 runs after 15 in game 1. But other than that, great win from Greenville. And the A's play next game on Monday against the Green Bay Blue Ribbons, which will be a huge game as it counts for both the Wisconsin State League and the New Bowl. But until then, we'll see you next time.